Hello my croutons, and welcome back to another First Impressions video. Today I'll be taking a look at Demolion, the Four Legends. Let's get started. Now this game does have a startup sequence, a couple of splash screens, and an opening movie, so I'm going to restart the game and run you through those with commentary, because I do think there are some things that need to be addressed with those before we get into the game. So first of all, this looks awful. It's super stretched and blurry, and the text is terribly pixelated. It looks yucky. This is not censored. I don't know why there's just a white here. The text again kind of blurred out. You're going to want to work on optimizing those. Those screens look pretty terrible. This opening sequence is actually pretty damn cool here. I really like the sound effects and the effects that go on. It reminds me of an old startup sound for a game with a little bit of Batman going on and whatnot, you know. And I did find out you can press enter to skip it. But the problem is if you press enter to skip it, then it brings you to this screen. And it's black for a little bit, and then it loads up. So, I don't know if you can fix that. Bit of a bug. Just thought I'd commentate over those splash screens, because I do think they need some working. They're a little bit blurry, a little bit stretched, a little bit yucky. Other than that, the main title screen, a bit plain, but it works. It's not super eye-catching. The font could probably be a bit better. I know it's stylized, but always go for readability over stylization. It doesn't look terrible. I'm not saying I can't read it. I would just check with other people, make sure that they can read that text, because it is a little difficult to read and it is a little bit blurry. But with that, let's take a look at the options menu. So we can change screen resolution, and I messed with that a little bit. It's actually a really cool feature. I have no idea how you did that, but it's super cool. I'm going to leave it as 816 by 624 for the sake of this video. But it is a really cool effect that you have that. We'll turn that on. We can change the text. Okay, interesting. We only have two options. Alright, I'm assuming you want me to go with the more stylized options, so I'll do it like that, and we'll just see how it works. Window skin. Cool. Okay, I like the options for customization. That's really, really nice. Oh, and there's so many more optimization things here. That's really nice. What is the most plain and inoffensive? I don't know why you put all the crazy ones first, and then the chill ones that are easily readable last, but we'll go with this. And we'll call that good on the options, and then let's hop into the game. Let's get going. Would you like to skip the intro and the cutscene? No. What? Why would I do that? Oh no. I wish I skipped it now. Many years ago, four races ruled the world, named Demolion, the human race of Markville, the elven race of Demolion, the dwarf race of Iron Hills, and the monster race of... Later, they discovered a new race that wanted more attention, named the Endlore race. They were violent and looked like monsters, but they looked more evil and devilish. The new race attacked the four races, and the four races declared war on the Endlores. Many years passed, and the four races were victorious. They thought they killed every single Endlore, but they didn't know they were very wrong. A handful of Endlore survivors survived and lived underground, preparing for the next attack. But the four races found out about the handful of survivors left, and they agreed to send one of their best warriors to fight the Endlores and restore the peace inside of Demolion. If the opening sequence is just this scrolling text, you should specify that it's just scrolling text when you're giving the option to skip it. Because I would have skipped it if I knew it was scrolling text. Oh, this is the intro cutscene you were talking about. That's really blurry. And you have your FPS counter in the top corner for that sequence right there. Why is your FPS counter on? Is it the thing that you put on that, I think this was shown, yeah, there's the mouse. I've seen this trailer before. The mouse is on screen in that shot right there. You're going to want to remake that. This text looks good. Why did the rest of that look blurry as all hell? The graphics look very stretched. On all of those other sequences, and even there a little bit looked really damn stretched. What was that? What was that up there? Currently, I am 4-ish minutes into the game, or into looking at the game, and a general sense of bugginess is just consistent throughout so far. 4 minutes. It just feels like the game is held together by duct tape. You know, not that duct tape's weak or anything, but... You know, it's not, you know, ideal. What time is it? Maybe I should just leave my bed. Alright, let's get some breakfast. Also, this is a default map. I don't get why people use default maps. I mean, I don't think this is a default map. I think it's the default layout, and you've edited it a little bit. I still don't really get why people use default layouts. Most RPGMaker devs will recognize that and notice, you know, and then critique the game for not being super unique in its presentation. So, highly suggest making completely custom maps. You can use default maps to learn how to map, but don't use them, you know, actually, right, in your game. Also, there's a window behind a bookshelf. Why? Who would ever do that? No sane person, that's right. Alright, let's get my bread, and then I need to go to the city hall. Yo, you know what? As long as it's toast, I don't care. I hate bread anyways. They're terrible. Worst cousins. Alright, Tristan, let's go. I like that you edited the face graphic. You got a little thing going on there. It's looking nice. We got footstep sounds going. I thought I heard like a thud sound in the background. That might just be on my end. Okay. No, that is on the game's end. Yeah, there's a thud somewhere. I don't know why there's a thud, but that's going to get annoying. Okay, the stamina bar. I get what you're doing. When I'm not running, it should go away, but that looks super weird. I don't know if I like that or don't like that. Also, the footstep sounds sound terrible. It sounds like a little woodpecker in my ear the entire time I'm walking. I dislike that very much. You're going to want to try and find a different sound effect. That's really annoying. That stamina counter, really annoying. You don't have to light up the stove. Oh, you're going to want to put your events. You have them right here for now. You want to put the event on here and set it to same as player. So then if I'm standing here, it won't activate. It'll only activate if I'm looking up. It's okay, beginner mistake. Fair enough. I get it. This map is also very boxy. You want to add shape to your homes. Homes usually aren't just a giant box, even if, you know, the outside of the home looks like one. Rooms generally have some shape to them. So, you know, adding a wall is a good first step, but you can also bring in this wall, maybe bring in, you know, some walls in. It doesn't need to be like this. It could be like the wall comes here. You don't need all of this space down here. It's, you know, it's kind of pointless. Just mess around with the shape of your maps. Also, I got cut off before. Definitely use a different footstep sound. Very annoying right here. Okay. Well, it immediately got gorgeous when you add lighting. Or at least more gorgeous than it was before. I'm sorry, Tristan, but I have orders from the mayor that you won't pass beyond this point. The mayor just needs to speak to you. Okie dokie, artichoke. I've seen my friends die in battle. It's never fun to bury your friends while you're still alive. Okay, random edgy boy in town. Okay, I mean, not edgy boy, but that was presented in a rather edgy way. Man, I need to get back to work before my boss sees me slacking off. The mayor's waiting for you, old friend. Alright, saving crystal, pretty generic. That's alright, whatever. I will say, so far, I'm going to wait until after the interaction with the mayor to make the final call on this, but so far, I'm not super hooked. The opening of the game is pretty bland. Just kind of wandering through a massive-ass town, and I don't know where the mayor is. I'm assuming here. Okay, nice. The interior maps look a lot worse than the outside. Well, I just need my insurance. Okay, so is the game taking itself seriously now? Or is it a joke game? Okay, Mr. Shin, what are you going to invest? Okay, so this messes with the theme of the game right here, because you've added a jokey interaction here, and maybe this is kind of irrelevant to the rest of the game, whatever, you know, maybe it's just monsters, you know, people don't really care, they're just humans too, you know, many things it could be, but as of current, my first thoughts upon seeing this are, okay, now I'm questioning if this game is serious. Maybe it's just a joke game now. Also, I'm holding the left arrow, and you can just hear that thud in the background. It might be too quiet to hear it on the recording, but there's a consistent thud, and that's really annoying. It might have been a mess up with the recording, if you were recording footstep sounds yourself. Doesn't sound good. Hi, Tristan, Mayor's waiting for you. Cool. Up here. Oh, the 4 generic adventurers. Ah, Tristan, you finally arrived. It sure took you long enough. Belriar, you were also almost late, so shut it. Sorry, Mayor Gillum. I overslept. It won't happen again. Don't worry, Tristan. Anyway, we've assembled you together so you can defeat the evil of the Endlars. Those bastards have already taken the north fishing town of Charadent, so it's going to be hard to defeat them now at their base. Okay, I really hate the UI. It's just popping in every single time the text goes away, and it's really annoying. You're right, Rydor. We didn't even plan this as a whole thoroughly. But some of the villages are overrun in the Iron Hills. Maybe we should help them first. Okay, you're throwing in a lot of proper nouns. Self-promo bit. I talk about this in my How to Write Exposition video. Don't name drop a shit ton on the player, because they're just not going to process it at all. I got indoors. That's the only thing I've processed so far. You're going into a lot of exposition very quick. There's not like a slow drop in or anything. You're just immediately dropping me off the deep end of your world. It's not like a slow introduction into the story, into the world. It feels very rushed of an opening right now. It doesn't feel like it was done with tact. Also, I'm pretty sure English isn't your first language. Your spelling isn't actually terrible for English not being your first language. If that is the case, it's actually done rather well. There's a few minor errors, but so far, not bad. So pat yourself on the back for that one. You're right, Rindam. We should first help the people in need. Also, I don't know why no one does this. Add the backslash periods to add in the spacing in your text so it displays slower. It really, really helps with pacing. Like, I'm absolutely serious about this. It helps so much with pacing. Like, reading through dialogue that's just displaying at the speed of light, it's harder to add character in my voice. It's harder to read them as a character, even if I'm just reading it in my head. It helps with emotion. And delivery if you add those backslash periods to add weights in between dialogue. Also, I'm gonna have to turn down my noise. The music is really loud in this game. So I'm sending you first to the Iron Hills. So I am sending you first to the Iron Hills, to the town Indolin, to protect the citizens. Indolin lies somewhere near the mountains next to the Hummery Forest. More name drops? Good, finally some action. Ugh, God. Sorry, my bad. Let's go then. Yeah, it feels like I'm being dropped in the deep end right here. Just like out of the bat, it's just going on an adventure with these 3 people. And there's like nothing but that. It's proper nouns, exposition, kill people, party member, 4 party members, generic RPG. That's all I'm getting so far from this opening. So the hook is not there in the story. I talk about this also on how to make your RPGMaker games stand out. I've made a lot of, basically my whole beginner tip series is super helpful, in my opinion, I like it. It's not maybe good content. I think it's good content. But I address a lot of this. Okay, where did the lighting go? Also, why does the ground look blurry? Like, I do like how there's different sound effects for walking on the leaves, though. That does sound really good. But why does, this looks worse than if it was just RTP? Okay, Okay, I guess I'm hearing things. I thought I heard, water sound effects when I got close to the water, but nope. Guess not. Why is there water here? It doesn't make any sense to be inside the walls of the castle. There's little weird, graphical glitches in the water. Like, this whole thing feels buggy. Like, there's, the grass here doesn't flow together. It feels like fake artificial grass, which fair enough if that's the kind of town it is. I won't hold it against you. That's all right. But the ground does look blurry. There's bugs in the water, like I just pointed out. It looks worse than if you were just using RTP, honestly, because the implementation of it is just really strange. I don't know if it was like you who made the graphics or you found it and it was like that, but it looks really weird. Like, just a general sense of buggy mess kind of pervades this game, even though it is somewhat running smoothly. But yeah, with the writing, I highly recommend checking out the Beginner Tip series or checking out some of the stuff from Studio Blue. They make really good videos, and they go really in-depth on this often in their videos. You really need to pay attention to the first, 10 minutes of your game. You got to get a hook going, and dropping a bunch of proper nouns and exposition and just throwing the players into a mission is not great for exposition. What is happening? Stop ruining the rocks. What? What was that? Really? If I run, it yells at me? That's gonna be annoying. That water looks terrible. Why does it look like that? That looks disgusting. Ew. I mean, I can't say this is generic RPG because the graphical style is just somehow more eye-bleeding than the default RTP. I don't know. I see, I have this issue where I try to deliver criticism in a nice way, but then I just end up being a massive dick. Like, if this is your first game, I'm sorry, man. I'm a massive bastard, I get that. I'm not very great at being kind with my delivery, but I'm also trying to, get the criticism across to you. Because so far, I am 15 minutes in and I've said more words than I've played a game. I'm supposed to walk somewhere? Let's get on with the story. Let's see. We gotta go this way? Yes. Alright. Oh god. World map. At least there's no random encounters yet. Okay, I'm not supposed to go here. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm just gonna Indolin isn't this way, we should go the other way. Okay, nice. There's a little bit of railroading, that helps. This is a massive world that you're just dropping me into. Is this Indolin? Nope. Okay. Is it over here? Okay, yeah, through Homori Forest. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Actually, you know what? Let's see what the art. Let's see the combat. Okay, no battle back. Oh, okay, nice. I like the UIs above the character. I don't. Actually, that's not. That's fine. That's not terrible. I like how the stamina bar and the balloon icon are just in the background. Like, I know I might seem harsh when I'm saying this, but it just really feels like clunky. The whole game. It's like there's chunkiness all over. Like, I feel like I'm like trying to use like a sword that was shattered in combat and then taped back up with duct tape, like I said at the beginning of the game. Alright, let's spam attack. Okay, there is an action sequence. Nice. That's better than most games. I was gonna point out a thing, but then he did a distance attack, so I couldn't. There's a little graphical error above their head when they go and attack. It's just showing the bottom of the other sprite that's right above them. You're just gonna have to go into GIMP or something and erase that. Really easy. A lot of games actually have that mistake. I think my game even. I'm gonna have to work on cleaning that up. Where there's a little graphical error above characters' heads or something from another sprite sheet bleeding into it. You just gotta delete that, cut it off. You know, fiddle with it, make it work. Testing is very helpful. Having a debug room and paying attention to the small details is important. Like, look at this. Look, see? Look at all of this. I don't know what this is. I don't know how you managed this. Like, is this, did you put a filter on it that screwed it up? Did you get this from a, asset pack that was properly optimized? I'm not sure what's up with this, because this looks really yucky. Like, I think you were going for, like, a art style that would stick out, but this looks bad. And, like, the black bar here, like, look at this. Look at this whole screen right here. This whole section. Look at all these weird lines here. It just feels so strange. Like most RPG Maker games I get sent to, you know, they might have issues with the writing, the gameplay, and, you know, standing out graphically, but what? I haven't seen that many with, like, graphical bugs. That's actually pretty impressive. I think you're gonna have to go onto the, special list of cool people who did things. Because I've never seen something like that before. I've never seen this much weird graphical errors. Okay, why is there just a giant empty space? Maybe it's a boss fight. Okay, good. Oh god, what's going on? You know what, actually? Props to you for this, okay? You're trying to stand out here with a really cool scene of blurry RPG Maker characters standing in Devil RPG Maker background. Okay, it's not great, the art, but you are trying to stand out and do something different with having, you know, a drawn scene. Drawn, air quotes. So, you know what? I'll give you props for that. You're putting some effort into doing something unique. And you know what? Really, you're putting in effort to do something unique for the whole game, you know? You're putting in custom assets, even if, you know, they have really weird graphical bugs. I won't say the story is exactly unique. It kind of feels generic RPG Maker story, but what you're doing with the graphics does feel like you're putting in effort, and with the battle system too. You put in the you put in the action sequencing, you move the UI around a little bit. It feels like you're putting in a bit of effort, so I appreciate that. You're not just slapping something together. That being said, the story is another thing altogether, and everything being blurry and having weird glitches in the graphics makes it difficult to want to continue playing. Like, this isn't a terrible game. I wouldn't put this in the bad RPG Maker games series, although it's kind of close, because you're putting in effort, right? You're not just pumping something out. I can tell that you put in effort, and I know from, you know, how you were texting me on Discord that you care. It's just the execution isn't quite there. The intentions are, execution not so much. So just, you know, work on a little bit more, man. Belriar Schultz. Ah, we are at the lands of Iron Hill. They're grass hills, though. There's no iron hills. Okay, which way is Indolin? The city must be all the way down with the mountains. Let's go, or else we're going to be late, just like Tristan did. Okay, the grammar is kind of dying now. Hey, I was late because I overslept. Boo heckin' who. Let's go already. I don't know why there's cursing now. It doesn't really fit, but it's fine. If you're doing cursing, it's gotta fit. You know, I don't have an issue with cursing. I do it a lot. I'm completely fine with it. But if you're writing it into your game, it needs to fit with your game, right? The cursing can't just be sprinkled in at random, you know, whenever you write it in. It's got to be like, consistent on how you use it throughout, you know, the entire game. I've said that 3 times now. We'll just move on. I think you get the point. Okay, so is this it? Nope. I can't leave. I can't leave. No, no, no. I can't. No, no. I can't. You didn't put the transfer event. No, 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 no. Why? See what I'm saying? It just feels kind of rushed, the project. It feels like it was rushed out. Even though I think you've been working on it for quite a while. Like, what the heck? Why? This is such a dumb mistake. Why? Oh, I didn't even look at the menu yet. Alright, cool. We're looking at the menu now. I'm pretty sure this is just a Jaime Works plugin. Which, cool. Unique, yay. I mean, this is an issue with RPGMaker menu screens. They add in a plugin that changes the initial look of the menu screen, but then if you click in, it's just the exact same screen every single time. Like, maybe the initial look of it is different, like this screen is different for every game, usually, but then you click in and boom, exact same screen. Look at this, boom, exact same status screen, boom, exact same equip screen. There's no effort in customizing and changing those, and I know it's difficult to do that, I know it's a lot more effort to, but you gotta put in the work. That being said, I have to end the game, unfortunately, because it's bad. So we gotta run back through that forest again. Yay! Fuck you, child. Get out of my way. Shut up, dude. Oh my lord, that's pretty annoying. All right. The footstep sounds really terrible. Footstep sounds are all about sound effects. You know, you can implement them however you want, whether through my tutorial or through a Yanfly tutorial, plugin, or whatever. That's fine. But it's really, in the end, it's the sound effect that you use which determines, do they sound good or do they sound bad? So pay extra attention to the sound effects, because this sound effect right now, yucky. It sounds really bad. The leaves one sounds better than the stone one, but still not too amazing. Okay, we gotta go. I'm really scared now. I don't know where to go. Okay, this way. I'm assuming it's this one. Okay, you put the transfer event there, though. Nice. Okay. Is it this one? Watchtower, okay. Oh, wait, what was that map? You can't pass this area, this is private property. Well, I'm really glad I can't pass this, because look at this! What? Mapping! What happened to you? Big empty chunk, wall, like no different, like, no change in, like, elevation. You don't really play with elevation at all. I've seen there's just a straight line, a clump of the exact same tree, just a flat, straight. Ugh. Mapping needs a little bit of work to make it feel more organic, or make it feel more real. Indolent City. Oh my god, it's a default RPG Maker town that you slapped your own assets on? What? Alright, we've arrived. It's really weird, because Indolent is normally very busy. And look at that, now you add the wait commands in the text. Spelled busy wrong, though, there's no I. Maybe we should take a look to the city hall for... That must have been an attack. Let's go, then. I do like some levels of polish you've put on. Like the face graphics, they have different little things drawn onto them. It's really nice. You did do a sound effect there, so props to you. Mapping definitely needs work. You can't just use default RPG Maker maps and just slap your own stuff on them. Why are these here? Are these consistent with the time period? I don't know about that. It feels like they're just kind of there. Please don't get discouraged. Like, I know me, like, giving a disclaimer or saying this over and over is kind of annoying, but please don't get discouraged from making gains from everything I'm saying. Genuinely, I want the best for you. I genuinely want you to improve and make a good game. Okay, man? I have nothing against you. I don't hate you. And I don't even hate your game. I just want it to be, you know, better. It can be better. Every game can be better. Yours just, you know, a bit more so can be better than some other games, right? It's all about the time you put in. If you put in a bit more time, I think this could eventually turn into something. Most projects can eventually turn into something. So I don't hate you. Don't hate your game. I have nothing against you. This isn't me just ranting on you and hating you. This is me trying to provide criticism so you can improve. Okay, that's all. I don't know why I rant about that and trying to preface it, but I don't like being the dick, right? I'm just trying to help at the end of the day. Female dwarf. Oh no, why me? I'm like 80% sure women can't have beards. Like, maybe they can, right? There's a bearded lady thing, right, with the P.T. Barnum Circus, right? But I'm pretty sure most women can't have beards. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's comment sections there for you guys to rant at me. Use it to your heart's content. But, if you're female, let me know, because I'm pretty sure women can have beards. Oh no, why me? That was basically that whole interaction. Oh, naked pig. Nice. Alright. He's just hopping in place. Okay, let's spam attack on him. You should do an action sequence with this shooting where you can make an actual projectile fly across the screen. Make an actual, arrow go whew, like that. I know there's a way to do it. I wish I could tell you how. I'm certain there is. I know I've seen something on it somewhere. I can't remember for the life of me. If I figure it out, maybe I'll make a tutorial on it. But look around in the meantime. I know there's a way to do it. Let's just keep spamming attack. This is the premier strategy for RPGMaker combat. Trust me, I'm a professional. I play these games not for a living because YouTube doesn't give me money, but I play these a lot, so I know this strategy. You spam attack and they die. It's really easy. There we go. How are you able to talk to him? How can you understand him? Capitalization. I really don't want to talk about it, but to inform you guys, why are you running away? Why is he just walking off screen in the middle of the conversation? He's just walking away from them. They're just staring at nothing. They all have schizophrenia. They see some guy over here. Our man's over here. Ugh. I'm a half Indlor, half monster. Man, I've never heard of that before. That was a weird pause. Why didn't you tell us before? Just like what happened to my mom. They killed her without hesitation. They could have killed me. Oh, is this supposed to be an emotional scene? I wouldn't have known. There was no music change. There was no build-up. I don't feel an attachment to any of these characters because there was no, slow introduction. There was no good hook at the beginning. It was just kind of, hey, go kill these guys. Boom. Now I'm killing the guys. Boom. Guy's dead. And that was all interaction. Yeah, I want to give you some references, man, to look at for openings and hooks, because I think that you need some. Check out Kingdom Come Deliverance. You don't have to do a hook as long as that one's is, as long of an opening as that one's is, but the opening town for Kingdom Come Deliverance is very influential to both the story, the characters, and teaching you the mechanics of the game. It's a very good hook, a very good opening to a game, and I definitely think you should just play the game regardless because it's a great game, and I'm making a video on it that might release eventually unless I scrap it. Definitely give that one a look. Just check out the game. It's a fun game, and it might give you some good ideas for how to do a hook a bit better, because right now I'm just being dropped into the deep end right off the bat with no story build up and no, anything but exposition. Just like what happened to my mom. They killed her without hesitation. They could have killed me. I was afraid that I could have been killed for no apparent reason. Well, he just repeated himself twice. Hey, it's okay, man. Don't worry about it. You can understand them. We can use that. What are you going to do if we succeed? Kill me? Stop, Rindam. I've sworn that everybody's coming back alive. If someone tries to kill you because of it, I'll protect you, man. Thank you, Tristan. I really appreciate you, man. Well, they've said man a lot. I feel like you're writing all of these characters like you speak in real life. And that's not how you write characters. You have to write the character as a separate human being, right? You can always write one character with the same mannerisms you have in life. You know what? We all take inspiration from ourselves and put that into our characters, into our world in some way. I do that in my game, and I do have difficulty with this, differentiating characters. But in your game, it's rather apparent that they all kind of speak the exact same way. Even characters who are like the mayor, who I would assume would talk in a more gruff and commanding voice, is kind of just talking like internet lingo. It kind of feels, not exactly internet lingo, but that kind of speaking. So you gotta kind of write up a way, well, who is this character? where have they been? What is their life? You know, whatnot. You don't have to go super in depth, but you got to get a general sense of who they are and how they would speak. You know, if they've been affected in their past, like Rindam has been affected by being half indoor, I think half monster or something. I can't remember. He might speak differently. He might have different mannerisms than someone who hasn't had that life experience. And you could make a very good statement about race or, you know, racism or something like that with this interaction here. It just feels so strange right now. And also, he's standing down here, so it's, you know... Although it is clear you are decent at cutscenes, because there is movement. They're not just standing still for the most part. So, props to you for that one. Anyway, shall we go? Let's kick some Indoor's ass. Indoor's ass. Indoor, I keep saying Indoor like Star Wars. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the scenes just feel rushed. Like, there's no tension in them. And also the fact that this is the default RPG Maker, I just can't get over it. It's really upsetting to me that people are using this in a project. Why? Why? Just make your own maps and proper capitalization on those texts. Please do that. I don't know. The water looks really bad, and this looks really bad up here. What happened to the graphics? Prepare for battle. Is there magic? No, there isn't. Wait, there's literally not even... There's nothing I can do except attack. Wait. Does anyone have magic? Okay, he has Fire Swing, but I can't use it for some reason. What? Why can't I use it? I have 90 MP. Okay, interesting. Nice. Does this guy have magic? Ah, he does. Fire arrows, okay. See, this guy actually has something I can use. Great. I don't know what was different about the fire arrows to normal attack. Did it do more damage? I can't tell. And he has Fire Swing. Nice. Okay. The combat system's pretty bare bones. There's not much going on. Really, just spamming attack is this is basically just every RPG Maker game's combat ever. Except that skills do a bit more damage. Like strategy. Where are you? Strategy? I never heard of her. You know what, fair enough to you. I'm terrible at balancing. This is basically what all of my games were back when I was using combat in my games too. But still, I can still yell at you for it, even if I can't do better. Alright. Smack it, smickety, smack. Die, dead, killed. Damn it. And dead. Nope. Oh, ooh, an actual status effect. I wasn't expecting that one. Come on, die. There we go. Smacked him enough. He's dead. Perfect. Good job, team. Oh, foot crack. Nice. Foot crack? Not like butt crack. Just like I cracked my foot. Crap my foot. What? Feet are nice. What? Inlor emerged. Nice. Let's spam attack again. What? Why is his name purple? What happened? What the hell happened to him? I don't care. I'm going to just spam attack and ignore that. I'm just going to pretend like I do not see. Pretend I not see and it not there. Very simple. Also, he did like no damage. He did like 12 damage to me. Stupid baby dead, naked child, idiot dead. I'm going to get demonetized for saying naked child. Not that I'm monetized anyways. Okay, I'll come back later. Items. I have bread. Yes. Wait. Yes. Okay. Why doesn't it tell me... This is bad UI here. It should tell me how much health each individual person has somewhere. Because I just have to guess. I just have to guess what's happening. Why? Why would you do that? That's no. I would honestly prefer the default RPG Maker UI over this. What? You have to tell me how much health that person has and who has what health. You can't just give me a name and expect me to know like how much it heals. You don't even say how much the bread heals. It just says some health. So I'm just guessing how much it heals him. And I can't check anywhere else on the menu either. Actually, no, I can. Let me see. I can, but I have to go through a separate menu. Why? Why do you do it like that? Why? Okay, how much does it heal? Like 50? 40? Something like that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Let's kill him. The mapping is just spectacular. Alright guys, here's the plan. You can't use that because MP, you know, yay, works, good. I don't know if... Are you selling me this game on the combat? Because that's kind of what it feels like. The story is kind of not there at all. So if you're selling this game on the combat, and the combat's this generic and shitty, what reason do I have to play your game over any RPG Maker game that has ever been released in the history of mankind? Like, what is unique about your game? Like, I'm not, like, insulting you. Like, that's genuinely something that you and, you know, every developer has to come up with. What is unique about your game? What is the hook of your game? Like, what makes your game stand out from the litany of shit, just the mass of garbage that is on Steam, or any distribution platform, really? What is unique about your game, and why will people want to play it, right? That's what you got to think about. And if you're just making the game for yourself, cool, that's fine, I get it. You can say you made a game, that's great. I did that too when I was younger. But if you're trying to sell this, you know, actually get your name out there and get people to play it, you've got to come up with, how is my game unique, and why would people want to play this? You know, maybe it would help if you've played a shit ton of RPG Maker games like I have, because I've played so many. I know what is garbage and what is not. This game is not unique, really, at all. The graphical style is attempting to be unique, but really it just looks worse than the RTP, which is an impressive feat. The RTP doesn't look bad, but it somehow looks worse. It just doesn't stand out. That's basically it. And I don't mean to just sit here and insult you, but it doesn't stand out. And you know, maybe it gets better, but 35 minutes in, and I feel like, you know, I've completely blacked out. I don't remember anything. I have no idea what's going on in the story. I'm kind of just zoned out, going through the motions, playing another RPG Maker game. You know, I want to make good content. I want to be entertaining as a reviewer, but genuinely, this is just another RPG Maker game. And, you know, good luck making this better. You know, you seem like a really good guy from the interactions we've had on Discord. I like you as a person, but I don't like your game. And maybe it's just me. Maybe other people do like your game. But you've got to put in some effort to making it distinct in some way. And you've got to rewrite that story because, oh boy, buddy. Oh boy, do I have exactly zero emotional attachment to any characters, nor do I have any clue what is going on in the story. I have completely blacked out, and I'm just spamming attack. That's the extent of my experience with this game. I'm so upset. Like, I want every game I play to be awesome. And, you know, maybe it'll be awesome eventually, I'm sure. You just put in a bit more effort. But boy... Boy, is it not awesome right now. Oh, boy. Jesus. Ugh. I don't know, man. You know, it's entertaining. Like, watching Driftwood Gaming back in the day get super pissed off and rant at bad RPG Maker games. It was really funny, and it was good content. But I don't want to do that, right? I want your game to be great. So, take what I'm saying. Try your best to not get offended at it. You know what? You're free to yell at me as much as you want. I can take it. You know, I've had it before. But take what I'm saying and try to process it more than just, he doesn't like my game. Try to think of it as, okay, my game can and will be good eventually. Okay? Don't just say, okay, it's bad, and give up, right? Don't just stop. Because with enough effort, any game can be great. I promise you that. I'm 100% certain that that is a true fact. With enough effort and love, any game can be great. I believe that, 100%. Alright, man? You just gotta put in the effort. You just gotta put in a bit more effort, really. And I know that's not super helpful of advice, but that's really all I can say. Because right now this game just doesn't look like it has any effort into it. Well, even though I'm sure it does, you know. Now, most RPG Maker projects, the devs like, I've spent 3 years working on this, and then it turns out to be a pile of dog shit. And, you know, you can say, who am I, a 15-year-old kid, to yell at a grown man's project that he spent 3 years working on and just shit on it, right? Who am I to do that? And yet I will still do that. Even if people get pissed at me for it, you know, even if I come across as a douchebag, you know, I do it out of love. You know, I want you to, I'm just repeating the same shit over and over, and it's because I can't... There's nothing to say about the game. There's nothing for me to do but just repeat myself over and over again. And I know it doesn't help anybody, but really, like, what can I say about this game? It's just, you know, it's a video game, right? That's it. That's all it is. It's barely a video game. You know, I'm kind of just hitting enter. I'm not really engaged in the world. I mean, you can tell I'm not engaged because I'm rambling about random shit that has nothing to do with the game. I'm not paying attention to the game, and I'm just repeating myself. So, from now on, I will shut up about pointless stuff. Or arguably pointless stuff. How do I get around you? Great. Awesome. This map is a giant box. The tiles... pretty boring. Just a giant table in the middle of there. Nothing. Great. Hello, man. What's up? Did I kill you also? They're upstairs holding the mayor hostage. Alright. Cool beans. Cool beans. Cool beans. We're gonna go kill those guys with spamming attack. When you do a map transition, if I press right on this, I expect to be facing left when I come out. So on the transfer event, you can set the direction the character's facing. Have them to set left, because if you just set them right, I'm going to just hold right and just be stuck in an infinite loop. Because I'm not smart enough to figure out how to hold left. You know, as the average RPGMaker gamer, you know, I'm an idiot, obviously. Also, that guy is so blurry. Ew, that doesn't fit with anything that I've seen. The graphical style is so inconsistent and strange. What the hell is going on in this game? Ah, dude. You know, I'll try to make it... okay, I'll try to make a comprehensive list right here of what you need to go through instead of just making random noises and grunting, alright? You've got to fix the graphics. That's a pretty broad statement, but you've either got to go back to the RTP or figure out what's causing these weird-ass graphical glitches and fix the blurriness of the sprites, because it looks like dog shit right now. It is really painful on the eyes. And even just, you know, using the RTP, the use of this tile and that wall, it's actually hurting my eyes right now. It looks terrible. And why are these inside? It doesn't make sense. It just, the maps are not visually appealing. And the art that you've used on those maps just adds to that fact. Okay? So, graphics, you gotta work on those. Story, the presentation is way too fast, way too many proper nouns, and way too much exposition. There's not story, there is exposition and proper nouns. And those proper nouns, I have remembered end lore, and that is it. And that's only because I fought like 800 of them, and I'm just spending an enter on them. Another thing, combat. Rework it. There's gotta be... You have to add strategy to your combat. You have to think about it more, because right now, just spamming enter is not engaging. It's not fun. You have to give me a reason to use skills. You have to add skills that add something to the flow of combat, make enemies, you know, more difficult. You know, that's one way of doing it, not the ideal way, but if you need to, you can make enemies more difficult. Don't just make them have a lot of health, though, because if you just add a bunch of health to the current enemies, then I'm just going to be spamming enter for even longer. So add people with health that also use skills, and then give the player skills that can counterattack those skills. It's like a massive game of rock, paper, scissors, but way more in-depth with a lot more things you can use, right? Don't just go rock and paper, right? Which is what some games do, where they just have an element, and then you just use the ability that's not that element, and boom, bang, bing, you kill them, right? But go in-depth on the combat system. You gotta look at games like Hylix, like Lisa the Painful, trying to remember some. I've played quite a few games. Charon's The Heaton Chronicles, the gameplay demo has pretty decent combat too. I really liked most of the games that are Lisa styled, like Limbless and the Isopodmancers game. I can't remember the name of it because I'm an idiot. Basically, you've got to just go more in depth on the balancing and the way that you're using combat, because right now it's very, very boring and flat and default RPG-makery. Also, some cool animations would always help. That's why I like the Lisa-style games, because they're first person and they have some fucking awesome and so visually appealing graphics. It's incredible. Like Hylix as a whole. Just take one glance at Hylix. I'm going to make a video about Hylix in the future. Don't tell anyone I told you this. But take one look at it. Take one look at Hylix, and it just, eyes are blessed. It's beautiful. The graphical style is gorgeous. The combat animations are gorgeous. And beyond that, the balancing of combat, the presentation of the story air quotes in Hylix because it's a bit distorted, is good, right? You don't have to go super in-depth and crazy on things to make it good. You can take a minimalist approach if you want, but if you're going for a big-ass sprawling RPG like this one, you need to make the hook way better than you currently have it. The hook has to grab your attention. That's why most games, most recent example for me, Monster Hunter World, it doesn't have the best hook ever, but it does have an opening sequence that is like, whoa, 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 I want to play this game now. Big ass monster die, right? Hook, it grabs your attention and makes you want to keep playing. You're like, okay, I'm a little guy fighting big ass monsters. Fuck yeah, this is awesome, right? You know, you've got to get a hook. People look at it and go, oh, I want to play this game. Right now I'm looking at your game in the first 5 minutes and I go, I don't want to play this game. Right? Cool. Okay. I think that's a decent list of what you need to fix so far in my first 40 minutes of playing. That's what I've come up with. Let's continue onwards now. Inlore Knight, it's over for you, Mayor Grunter. We've killed... Okay, that just cut off really fast. We're right behind you. What the? How did you get past my army? What army? That looked like a lit... Okay, cutting off very quickly. Why are you so tiny? Also, you're a very small boy. Very, very small little boy. Inlore Knight emerged. Epic battle time. Guitar Hero music. I really hope I don't get a copyright claim. I think I'm doing a perfect cover right here. You want to hear more covers? Go over to Swishy Shark. I'm not going to link it. I'm not going to tell you anything more, but Swishy Shark, really good thing. Also, wait, someone told me to read the descriptions of skills, because I don't ever do that. Okay, let's look at that. Let's actually read the descriptions here. You can use the weapon with a fire spell and swing at the opponents to burn them. Alright, cool, I've read the description. That told me nothing. Good job, team. Alright. You can use the weapon with a fire spell. Cool. Heal others when they're hurt. When this attack is used, the opponent will be poisoned in the process. Great. Okay, we'll use that one. Really descriptive descriptions. The user will be able to attack the enemy very quietly. The opponent will become confused after that attack. Well, they didn't last time. And your spelling is all over the place. Like, sometimes your spelling is great. Other times it's like, huh? Put shit into Google Docs or whatever it's called. The Google thing where it has spell check. My god, my brain is disintegrating from this game. Spark. Spell can hurt every opponent. After you hit the target, the one who attacked will attack again. Oh god, that's too complex for my small brain. Okay. After I hit the target, the one who attacked will attack again on the opponents. Cool, let's just use it and see what happens. Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Well, that was the easiest fucking fight. There's literally no challenge. There's no challenge at all right now in the combat. Why can't I defeat you? In the name of the peace from the four races, you're under arrest. He just dissolved into the Shadow Realm. Okay, great. Mayor Grunter, are you alright? Yes, I'm quite alright after the attack of the Inlores. The Inlore Knight has just barged in and demanded that we must make an agreement. An agreement from what? Well, if I wanted to help them with their army, I of course would refuse, and I started to become angry. He also threatened me. What the hell is wrong with the kid's face? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god! They killed her! Oh my boy, holy shit! That child has severe facial deformities. But you showed up, and I'm really thankful for you. Nah, thank you. Anyway, we thank you one more time. We've got horses in the back. Of course, we should go back. Mayor Gillum was waiting for us. What? What even happened in that scene? The guys attacked. They threatened the kid. Grandpa was they were gonna kill the kid. They held us hostage after they attacked, and then they die. And then what? And now we're on horses, and one guy fell off, and he's dying. I do like these scenes, though. I like the effort that you put into these scenes and having, like, still frames with stuff. It's really cool. Alleviates backtracking. You know, it adds something to the game. I like this concept right here. It's really nice. Well, this is not what I expected. You can't even sit on a horse, right, Belriar? Fuck you. Yep. Random cursing doesn't really fit with the game. Cool. Come on, Belriar. Have some humor. We dwarves rarely have humor. We fight and drink alcohol. So dwarf soldiers are always drunk on the battlefield. That is quite interesting to see. If we're drunk, we can fight better. That's our motto. We're almost there. Let's walk our way back. Yeah, you're right. The horse will know the way back to their owners. I don't know if that's how that works. But then again, I never owned a horse. That was almost a funny scene. You almost wrote it well, and then you didn't. I don't know. Your writing is like, it's like, you know when you have like a thought right on the tip of your tongue, and you almost can remember it, but you just can't quite remember what that thought is, that's like your writing. It's like right on the tip of your tongue of being good, but then you just collapsed and died in the middle of writing. That's kind of what it's like. That's, you know. All right. Yeah, you're right. The horses will know the way back to their owners. Good job defending the people in need. As a reward, you have a free afternoon, so you can patch yourselves up. Beer! Hey, you were waiting for that one. Sweet earned beer, didn't you, Belly? Sure do. Come on, guys, let's get some beer. Yeah, beer time. Yeah, beer. Yeah, boys. Yeah, my boys and I drink a beer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, what happened? Wrong two. Wow, Tristan, what happened? Were you daydreaming about something? Oh, sorry, yeah, I was dreaming about the time I got raped. What? Haha, what? Haha, beer talent. Ha, boys, yeah, beer. Woo. Beer. Okay. I think I saw the word beer like 10 times in that interaction. Ah, it goes flying. Am I gonna have to censor this? Is there gonna be a naked child in here? Oh, wait, what? What even are genders, am I right? Like, I'm pretty sure Random Remy was using the boy generator part, but now this is the girl generator. I'm a little confused. Although there isn't really a boy-kid generator in MV, so I get that, but why? It's clearly a female. Like, it's so... Like, there's no consistency in gender. Like, I think there was another character that had an issue like that. It's kind of strange. I mean, I don't have an issue with trans characters or whatever, but you haven't written them like that. I think you were just short on assets. Okay, Mom, why are we here in this forest? The monsters will kill every single one of us. You must run off to your father. What about you? Don't worry, everything will be fine. Just run, okay? Mom, please. Where are they? You must have fled in the forest. Run! Is it dead? Yes. What about the other one? The creature will die. The forest has many animals that will kill him. But if the creature survives, the others will handle it. You know, like I said before, your writing is almost there. That was almost awesome writing. That was almost a really cool scene. And if it was in the context of a better story, it might have been a better scene just left as that. But as of current, I have no emotional attachment to this man at all. I don't give a flying fuck about him, or any of the characters for that matter. My brain is dissolving as I play the game, so I'm not really processing the story. That might be my fault, you know, more than anyone else's, more than the game's. But really, from my point of view, I didn't... You almost got emotion out of me even just from writing it like that, because, you know, it's sad when Mom dies. It's kind of like in a game if there's suicide. Suicide is sad, and it's objectively a horrible thing. You can't really write it in a way that won't make someone sad or emotional, but you can still write it, you know, bad in the context of your game, right? So in the context of this game, still bad, and the actual writing of that scene, still not great, but, you know, you had the emotional beat there. You just got to work on the writing that builds up to that scene to make that scene impactful on a level that will actually get people. Oh, it was just a dream. And back to the Adventurers Guild. Did you have a nice night? We did, but Rydor drank too much. Mind your own business. I just enjoyed the beer so much that I lost count of how many beers I drank. Alcoholism just a part of my family. Anyway, that's kind of sad. Anyway, we've got a report that the castle of Markville has been attacked. Why would they attack the castle? I sense a trap. Why do you think so? I mean, why would the Endlords attack one city at a time? What attack... Is there a story in this game, or is it a dungeon crawler? He's got a point. Endlords are mostly in larger groups, but what we saw yesterday was odd. Maybe the Endlords are preparing for a much larger attack, and they're actually testing the armies. No, that's unlogical. I know their behavior. They don't sacrifice a few from their armies. Then you have to investigate why their behavior's changed. I see. Yeah, right, you're dismissed. Go to the castle of Markville and defend the king from further harm. Right, sir, let's go, fellas. Okay, the story is slowly picking up steam. You know, I like what you're kind of going for. I like the concept you have of the story and how it's progressing. The problem is just the opening was so bad. It really just lost all my interest. Am I poisoned? What is the red flashing? He's poisoned. Okay. I don't really care. I'm gonna actually, yeah. We're done. I'm sorry I didn't get through a lot of that game. I spent quite a bit of time ranting, which is a fault of mine. I do that quite a bit. We'll turn the noise down just a tad bit. Boom, bang, bing. All right. Yeah, I kind of like to go on rants and just repeat myself over and over again, and that's definitely a fault of mine as a reviewer or as a critiquer, first impressionist, whatever you want to call me. But I had a lot of thoughts about this game, and I wanted to try and enunciate them as best I could. It was kind of a little bit disorganized, but this game just kind of was the straw on the camel's back, I guess. I don't know if that's right, because I've been playing a lot of really good games recently. But this game is just RPGMaker embodied. This is RPGMaker if it were a video game. I don't know, man. Warlock Games, Gambit, I think that's your name. Dude, you've got to work on it, man. If this is a first project, then all of this is completely understandable. And for a first project, this isn't the worst one I've seen. You know what? I have seen some god-awful first projects. Look at Externia, my game, you know. Terrible. You know, for a first project, I'll forgive you. But hopefully, if this is your first project, you can still listen to the critique I've given you, and you can still use that said critique to improve further games, alright? So, you've got something here, and I can feel the story slowly picking up steam. It's just the hook, the first 15 minutes, immediately made me not like the game. I just immediately had no interest in it at all. And if you can really work on that hook, just really pay a lot of attention to it and polish it up and write it better, I think you can grab the player's interest a bit better. It's really, like I said, just real quick again, graphics, writing, battle system. Those are the three big things that need to be rewritten or overhauled, changed, whatever you want to word it as. You need to go over those things. Splash screens, they're a little bit blurry. You got to figure those out. I like some of the concepts you have of this game. You have some good ideas. The execution of them is just less than desirable. So, with that being said, I'm going to end the video here, my croutons. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.